Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This is your boy JJ. And yep, it's that time of the month again, as I'm about to do a brand new Wrestlemania 42 prediction video. And if there's one thing that I have to say about this season of WrestleMania, let me ask y'all a very personal, honest question. Does this honestly feel like WrestleMania season yet? If you ask me, I almost forgot that this weekend is WrestleMania. Now, don't get me wrong. Is there some matches that I'm actually looking forward to the most? I mean, when you look at the card right here for night 1 and night 2, obviously night 1 ain't it. But for night 2, I'm mostly excited for matches like Finn Balor versus Dominic, since we all know that the Demon King Finn Balor is coming back. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn, mostly because of Trick Williams. All but Femi versus Brock Lesnar, which I know most people, such as myself, know that that's like one of the biggest matches aside from Punk versus Roman. But All But versus Brock is what I'm 1000% most hyped for. Night 1, on the other hand, not so much. Only matches I'm actually looking forward to is I guess the 6-man tag team match, because, ISO Speed is in it. The unsanctioned match between Drew and Jacob, I should be invested in that one, but honestly, they really botched Drew McIntyre like that badly. And I know that he had to go shoot a movie, so I already know who's winning that one. Everything else is very predictable. I am not that hyped for it. Everything else is definitely skippable, and especially a bathroom break when you really think about it. I guess you can say Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer would be good, but to be honest, do we all really care about that? Not really. And when it comes to the ticket prices, like, you already can tell that this WrestleMania build-up for the Allegiant Stadium, it has gotten way worse than how it was last year. And you're telling me that build-up media cards like this is going to have Allegiant Stadium be filled up with over, 70,000 people? Knowing that they're having TKO involved in the storylines when it comes to expensive high ticket prices from Cody Rhodes, Pat McAfee, and CM Punk, which you already know that it's really scripted. Just, because TKO is that desperate to sell out the stadium, making this one of the lowest WrestleMania ticket sales of all time. Hey, I bet for one night they could probably pretend to sell out for having 45,000 tickets sold. But getting to the WrestleMania predictions for night 1 at WrestleMania, starting off with the kickoff, which I bet is probably a celebrity tag team match. You got LA Knight, Jimmy and Jey Usos versus The Vision and ISO Speed. Oh, and speaking of Jey Uso, did anyone catch what happened earlier? How Jey Uso had immediately attacked a rapper named Cameron during his little It Is What It Is episode. Which I bet we're probably going to have even more celebrities be involved, right? Again, I know this is all scripted, but they are seriously turning professional wrestling into a joke clown fest right now. Mostly in WWE. But who I got winning? I would say LA Knight and the Usos. But I bet Triple H is probably going to have someone like ISO Speed get the pinfall victory. Which I really hope that's not the case. Triple H has been botching LA Knight horribly. So I really hope that's not really the case and have LA Knight actually winning for the team. Next up, we have Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Do I care about this match? Nope. Even though it is an unsanctioned match, I still do not care. Because they've been botching Drew McIntyre so bad ever since he lost the WWE Undisputed Championship to Cody Rhodes on a random SmackDown episode just to get his match ready for Randy Orton until Pat McAfee came and ruined it. But yeah, I guess I got Jacob Fatu winning it because obviously Drew McIntyre is going to go, film a movie. And we still don't know who attacked Jacob Fatu. Looks like they forgot that storyline. Oh, Lord. Then we got the Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Do I care about this? Nope. Basically a bathroom break. Literally a bathroom break, y'all. I'm hearing that Nikki Bella is injured, which if she is, I hope they replace the Bella twins. And bring in Asuka and Kairi, the Kabuki Warriors, in this. Will I still care about that match? Absolutely not. And of course, we have to talk about this match for the Women's World Championship match. Stephanie McCurry versus Liv Morgan. To which, you ask me, honestly, this has a lot of potential to be a really good match. But the build-up has actually been lackluster for a bit. Even though the ending part was actually decent. You know, Liv Morgan attacking Stephanie McCurry, shoving her right to Captain Kelly. You know, giving her a receipt after what Stephanie McCurry did to Liv Morgan as Roxanne Perez. Even though at first you had Stephanie McCurry, you know, speaking Spanish to Liv Morgan and that she could not understand a word that she was actually trying to tell her, and that she had Dominic Mysterio try to translate her Spanish into her own words. And to be honest, they're actually making this match all about Liv Morgan's brand new official music video that she had launched, last week? And they had Netflix aired it live on Monday Night Raw for no particular reason. But yeah, I got Liv Morgan winning it. Will the match be good? Probably. Am I really excited for it? Nope. Though I'm just going to call it as it is. I really wish Naomi had never relinquished the Women's World Championship. Even though, yes, congrats to her on being a mother, for having a baby. Huge congrats to Naomi. Like, imagine if she took on Jade Cargill or Bianca Belair. Oh, Lord. I guess we're going to have to talk about this match now, huh? Man, talk about a random waste of a WrestleMania build-up. Legitimately just a match that came out right out of nowhere. Why? Because they got nothing else for these two. Like, you couldn't wait for Braun Breaker to come back. It's that way he can actually take on Seth Rollins. Matter of fact, if Seth Rollins was still if he was still a heel, imagine the build-up for LA Knight versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. If Triple H, Triple Fraud even bothers to make LA Knight a world champion. But for this one, I doubt the story is, he wants to face Seth so that way Gunther can get close to Brock Lesnar and retire him. Especially they have everyone waste all their time with the stupid Masked Man a feud that's been going on for like months now. But it's been getting old and stale at this point. So who wins in that match? I honestly do not care. All I imagine is that I really hope that someone like Braun Breaker can come out as the new mysterious Masked Man. Like, it's literally getting stale for months, bruh. Hey, do we all really need Seth Rollins at this year's WrestleMania anyway? Like, be honest with yourselves. Just like we never really needed Seth Rollins in that triple threat match against Roman and CM Punk. Hey, let alone that cringe tag team match at WrestleMania 40 when Seth was tagging up with Cody Rhodes against Rock and Roman. Which shout out again to Roman Reigns for actually calling Seth Rollins a cross-dresser. Oh, good Lord. I can't believe that I'm actually going to talk about this one. But we have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's IC Championship. Does anyone remember back when AJ Lee came back to WWE after 10 long years away from the company on a SmackDown episode in Chicago, and that she had hosted up the IC Championship? Only to beat Becky Lynch 3 times, especially in that Women's War Games match at Survivor Series. To then have someone like Maxine Dupree win the IC Women's Championship match on a random Monday Night Raw episode right out of nowhere. Hold it for like a couple of weeks so that way Becky Lynch can Becky Lynch can win it right back. Oh yeah, smart booking, Triple H. Oh, don't even get me started on AJ Lee taking like a few months off, even though she was granted a IC championship match at WrestleMania. So, but yeah, I got AJ Lee winning again for the fourth time. Because ain't no way they're going to have Becky Lynch beat AJ Lee after she had won her first ever women's IC championship. So, it is what it is. Oh. Talk about ruining an absolute perfect storyline. We now got the main event for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. Cody Raheem Rose versus Randy Orton and Lord Jesus help us, Pat McAfee of all people. Or should we all call him Pat Jabroni? You know, this is one of those things to where you honestly thought that nothing could honestly ruin one of the biggest story-driven mania matches in all of WWE, not just WWE, but all of wrestling history. Only to then hit you with a ton of bricks and be like, you know what, why even bother caring anymore? Especially hearing other reports saying that Randy Orton is actually hurt, not injured, but hurt going into WrestleMania for his match against Cody. To which that alone is already a bad sign. Like, just imagine if they actually do one of the dumbest booking matches in history, such as Cody versus Pat McAfee. I mean, we're already getting a mixed tag team match that they say is going to be confirmed for Backlash. Cody and Jelly Roll versus Randy and Pat McAfee. I mean, whether you're Triple H, Nick Khan, Mark Shapiro, or Ari Emanuel, it's almost like they're doing this on purpose because they know how desperate they are and willing to try to sell out the Allegiant Stadium for WrestleMania 42. You know, by always having celebrities be involved in the wrestlers' matches. Like, they had 2 years since 2024 to come up with the right storytelling for Cody and Randy's historic feud for WrestleMania. Both Randy and Cody had history in WWE for decades, and this is how they actually want to have people look forward to this year's Mania. And it's mostly going towards Randy Orton to how he's being booked by having any freaking celebrity, whether you're ISO Speed, Jelly Roll, and Pat McAfee. Like, you know what? They should just call it WCE from now on. World Celebrity Entertainment. If this is how they're actually treating the wrestlers by having more and more celebrities be involved for no particular reason. Because TKO and WWE are that desperate. Like, you couldn't at least have someone like Kevin Owens coming back. He don't even have to get involved wrestling in his matches, since they don't know if he's that clear to compete again inside the ring. But have him actually be involved to pair him up with Randy Orton, taking out Cody Rhodes, since Kevin Owens have history with both Randy and Cody. Like, that would have made 100% sense. That would have been way better than freaking Pat McAfee out of nowhere. Like, remember when Randy was about to do the punk kick to Cody during back at the King of the Ring tournament? Like, to be honest, we could have had Randy versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. Like, the majority of the fans, including myself, was actually robbed after 2 decades of a long, legendary history between Randy and Cody. All of it to actually be thrown in the wayside by having more and more celebrities to actually ruin everything. And that's what Triple H and the rest of TKO is known for. But who I think is going to win in that match, I really hope it's Randy. And I know, trust me, they really fumbled this storyline so badly. But I really hope and pray that it's Randy becoming number 15 world champion. And not having it be all about Pat McAfee taking the spot for no particular reason. So we can have like a stupid celebrity versus uh, superstar match between him and Cody Rhodes. So they can maybe have like a celebrity tag team match, which you still know is going to happen. Knowing Triple H, it probably will happen. I mean, for crying out loud, Triple H called Pat McAfee the face of WWE on WWE Unreal Season 2, so. Okay, now this match, I already know who's winning this. You got the Demon King Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, which we all know this is actually the first time that WWE is finally having Finn Balor bring back his Demon King gimmick character since 2023? Was that WrestleMania 39? And to be honest, this should have been for the IC Championship. The story is there for Dominic to still hold the IC Championship after, what he won it back from John Cena, to which it was stupid, by the way, to which he lost to John Cena back in his hometown in Boston when John Cena defeated Dominic for the IC Championship. So, but yeah, this obviously would have been really great for Finn Balor if it's for the IC Championship, so that way Finn Balor can beat Dominic Mysterio and actually, becoming an IC champion once again. But no, they just had to have someone like Penta drop the title to Penta on a random Monday Night Raw, and they're probably gonna have Penta lose the championship, or they're probably having retain it after he carried for 7 weeks. Well, 6 weeks. They're probably gonna make it 7 weeks so far. Even that is the case. That's what happens when you're a transitional champion. But yeah, I got Finn Balor winning. Oh no, this is night 2 at WrestleMania. Almost forgot to mention. Ah, Lord, here we go. We now got the Women's Undisputed Championship match between Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. You know what? Just how Jade Cargill retained. They actually did nothing with their feud building up for WrestleMania. Like the heated argument that these two had on social media, they couldn't actually turn that into an actual storyline on television to actually make people want to care and get invested in this match for WrestleMania. And we all know that this could have been Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. But since Bianca has been recovering from her finger injury, it is what it is. So who I got? I guess Jade Cargill, because why not? I don't really care about this match. Even though Jade Cargill had 1 or 2 title defenses, so why not? And of course, to be honest, this is so stupid, but you know what? I really hope someone like Trick Williams can finally put Sammy in his place by becoming the brand new United States champion. They honestly have Sami Zayn waste his entire time with his freaking I'm the underdog storyline. Just to have him put back into the underdogs a top picture as a mid-card champion once again. I remember that segment that he told Trick Williams that he's a main eventer. To which I was like, bro, Sammy, you only main evented once at WrestleMania in a tag team match against the Usos. You tag team with Kevin Owens, so you're not really that much of a big draw as much as you think you are, Sammy. Seriously, I am so done with Sami Zayn. So I really hope Trick Williams literally beat Sami Zayn for that U.S. title. And I'm sick and tired of the stupid United States Championship being tossed around like a bunch of Skittles. Like you're training, video games? Title change after title change after title change. Especially, I really hope that Trick Williams does not defend that title in a stupid open challenge or a freaking tournament. Plus, I saw that he brought in Lil Yachty to be involved in this, which again with these stupid celebrities, bro. But I have no problem. I legit have no beef, no problem with Lil Yachty. But come on, seriously, what are we doing? Some people say he's playing his role good by pairing with Trick Williams, I guess. But Trick Williams and Randy Orton, they legit need no help from anybody, especially from lousy celebrities. Here we go. One of the biggest matches in the history of WrestleMania. Obafemi versus the Beast Brock Lesnar. Like, I legitimately hope and pray Triple H does not do Obafemi dirty. If he's literally all about creating the so-called new era, then Triple H, you and your bald head ego better have Obafemi over Brock Lesnar. Like, Brock Lesnar, he did everything he could as one of the biggest draws in WWE history. He's literally a legend, a future Hall of Famer. But he seriously needs to have Obafemi legit have this one time at WrestleMania. Because Brock Lesnar, he's at the near of his retirement. This and a match against Gunther, probably at SummerSlam. Also, I'm really getting sick and tired of Triple H always inserting himself into these feuds. For no particular reason, that's Adam Pearce's job, bruh. You're the chief content officer. You don't always need to insert yourself into the spotlight just because you're retired, but just because you're officially done in the ring. Everyone is literally starting to realize that they're sick and tired of Triple H and his big, bald, fragile ego always making it all about him in WWE nowadays. But yeah, I really hope Obafemi goes over Brock, have Obafemi get the victory at WrestleMania. Well, looks like we gotta talk about the main event. CM Punk versus the OTC Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Now, let me ask y'all a real, honest, personal question. Do y'all remember anything that happened after Roman Reigns had won this year's Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia? Like, how was the build-up for WrestleMania between CM Punk and Roman Reigns? If you ask me, my answer is legit nothing but freaking promo segments, brawls, and TKO high expensive ticket prices. Hey, I even remember one of the CM Punk segments when CM Punk was talking about Roman's family, how he was dissing Roman's family, right? And then Jimmy and Jey Uso came out. They want to confront CM Punk about him disrespecting the Usos family. Because they always say wrestling is always more than one royal family, right? Let's see, this is what I'm talking about. If they were going to have the Usos being involved in it, they could have had, still build up a real personal heat story between both Roman and Jey Uso since, 2020? Especially during that time when Jey Uso had crashed out because he was, disappointed that he didn't get a chance to become World Heavyweight Champion again, even though he was World Heavyweight Champion, for 2 months before, dropping it to Gunther on a random Monday Night Raw episode. Yeah, he crashed out after he lost to LA Knight to face John Cena during his last time is now tournament. So some people are asking Jey Uso, he should be the next tribal chief because he needs to be more serious and not with the whole cringe yeeting by making his brother Jimmy look like a clown sided with him. I mean, that is if Triple H honestly cares about booking Jey Uso properly. I mean, we could have actually gotten a heel Jey Uso versus babyface LA Knight at WrestleMania. So that way that can draw more interest into CM Punk and Roman's story, mixed in with Roman and Jey Uso's story too. But the bottom line is that CM Punk is actually doing more of a good job as full-time world champion than Roman Reigns is a part-time schedule. Because, to be honest, Roman barely even showed up to work anyway. Because, he's more into movie role. He got Street Fighter coming up. And he doesn't really have that much time left in WWE because he's now a part-timer. Even though he's not officially, retiring. He said himself he's not retiring in the next few years. So, man, Triple H better be doing more with Roman Reigns instead of making him irrelevant. Especially that time where they had someone like Bronson Reed defeat Roman Reigns after Roman defeated him. But hey, it is what it is. CM Punk was no help either because they have him literally shoot a promo, a so-called pipe bomb on WWE TKO, but WWE is literally TKO. TKO bought WWE. And I found out, all of us find out later that, a few days ago, that it was literally a script. Just like how Cody Rhodes and having Pat McAfee coming out and shoot on TKO and high expensive ticket prices. It was all just a work. Again, TKO is desperate for ticket sales. So who I got winning? I guess CM Punk. Because I don't want, if Roman Reigns actually does win the World Heavyweight Championship, are we actually going to have him take more vacation off, more months off, and not that much TV time? Just like before when he was the undisputed, longest running undisputed champion. Back when he was tagging with the Bloodline. Something to think about. But yeah, those are my predictions for this year's WrestleMania 42. And like I said before, Night 2 is actually something I'm more invested into, looking more into. Like matches such as Finn Balor versus Dominic, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams, and Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. And that's mostly it. Everything else is just an afterthought. And also a bathroom break. Like I said before, I would be very invested into Randy versus Cody. But again, someone like Pat McAfee just had to ruin everything. Matter of fact, they're making it more about Pat McAfee instead of the match itself. And for the 6-man tag team match, I guess I'll tune into that one because of LA Knight and ISO Speed. Because why not? But man, stuff like this is why AEW Dynasty and this past AEW Dynamite, when Darby Allin finally became AEW World Champion, that's more of a WrestleMania than WrestleMania itself. Or should we all call it Celeb Mania? Because you already know it's going to be full of celebrities being there, including Tom Brady. Heck, like Kenny Omega once said before in his interview a while back, when it comes to WWE booking for celebrities, every now and then, it's only a matter of time until we see someone like Mr. Beast versus Logan Paul in the main event at WrestleMania. If you ask me, how about Mr. Beast versus ISO Speed, which, anything can happen in WWE because, again, why not? This is Triple H we're talking about. This is TKO, Ari Emanuel, Mark Shapiro we're talking about. But let me know how you guys feel about this. If you guys agree with my WrestleMania predictions picks, so who should win and who should not win at WrestleMania. Looking forward to see what predictions that y'all got. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Celeb Mania is literally running wild, brother.